Hello friends, in this video I am going to tell you about three common approaches of formulating the hypothesis. Many a times researchers face problem in writing the research hypothesis and they are being questioned by the experts. If you also face the same problem, this video is for you. Watch the video till end. Let us begin. First, let us understand what is hypothesis. Hypothesis is a claim or assumption for any expected relationship between two or more variables about population parameters. This hypothesis should be presented in the form of testable statement, and this is mostly based upon the theoretical framework developed by the researchers based upon literature review. Now let us talk about the popular formats of writing the hypothesis. Number one is if-then statement form. For example, if employees are more healthy, then they will take sick leave less frequently. The statement here starts with if and is connected with then to show the relationship between two variables. Here, relationship between the health status of the employee and frequency of taking sick leave is shown in the statement as negative. Another example is if young women are more frequently exposed to images of models in advertisement, then they will be more likely to express dissatisfaction with their body weights. In this hypothesis also, the relationship between frequency of exposure to images of models in the advertisements and the level of dissatisfaction is shown in the testable statement. Another format of writing the hypothesis is directional format, wherein the terms such as greater, lesser, positive, negative, more than, less than, etc. are used. For example, let us rewrite the same hypothesis in directional format. Employees who are more healthy will take sick leave less frequently. Here, more or less words are used in the hypothesis formulation. Another example, the greater the stress experienced in the job, lower the job satisfaction of the employees. Look at another example, women are more motivated than men. Another example, young women will be more likely to express dissatisfaction with their body weight when they are more frequently exposed to images of thin models in the advertisement. So it means that hypotheses which were expressed in if-then format can also be expressed in directional format. Another important format of writing the hypothesis is non-directional format. In this format, the indication of direction of relationship is not shown in the statement. This format of writing the hypothesis should be used only when the researcher is not sure about the direction of the relationship. It has not been found out through the review of literature and theoretical framework developed by the researcher. For example, there is a relationship between age and job satisfaction. If the researcher does not find sufficient evidence of a particular direction between age and job satisfaction, then he can develop such type of hypothesis that there is a relationship between age and job satisfaction. Another example, there is a difference between the work ethic values of American and Asian employees. One key point to be noted here is that researcher should always try to write the hypothesis in directional format if there is a clear indication of the direction of the relationship between two or more variables from the literature review and the theoretical framework developed by researcher. Otherwise, the researcher can develop a non-directional format if the studies show a contradicting relationship and the researcher is not able to generalize that what would be the direction of relationship between the variables. In that case, non-directional format of hypothesis is appropriate. Third most important and commonly used format of hypothesis writing is null and alternate hypothesis. Null hypothesis represented by H naught is set up to be rejected in order to support an alternate hypothesis. For example, advertising does not affect sales for women and men by equal number of shoes. Now, these two hypotheses are set up to be rejected in favor of alternate hypothesis. Always remember, the null statement is expressed in terms of no significant relationship between two variables or no significant difference between two groups. The alternate hypothesis is the opposite of the null hypothesis, which expresses a relationship between two variables or indicates the difference between two groups. You should always remember that null hypothesis is formulated so that it can be tested for possible rejection in favor of alternate hypothesis. Example of null and alternate hypothesis are: there is no significant difference between the mean motivational level of men and women. This is the null hypothesis, and the alternate hypothesis for this null hypothesis can be as: there is a significant difference between mean motivational level of men and women without telling any direction, or the mean motivational level of men is more than women, or the mean motivation level of men is less than women. The first alternate hypothesis gives no direction of the relationship between the mean motivational level of men and women. Hence, a two-tailed test of hypothesis will be used to know the significance of mean differences. In other two cases, we will use one-tailed test of hypothesis for checking the significant mean difference of men and women in a specific direction, whether it is more or less. I will not talk about the tests of hypothesis in this video. We'll discuss the test of hypothesis in the separate video. Thank you. So friends, hope you liked the video. For more updates on similar videos, please like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon for the immediate notifications.